Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hope you are all having an amazing day today, and if you aren't having an amazing day, you will by the end of this video because I've got some very good news for you guys. My name is Lex, and welcome to the third and final update of this whole GTA modding debacle that's been going on for the last week. For those of you who aren't in the know, I'm going to put links in the description. We can go watch this video and also this video. It basically explains the whole thing that's been going on. Basically, Take-Two sent a cease and desist letter to Open4, which was the major tool people used to get mods working in GTA 5. And it looked at the time that it was going to kill off the whole scene because people weren't able to use and download this program ever again. And it meant that new people couldn't come on. It meant that mods couldn't be made and everything else. And so, there was a petition, and lots of you signed it. In fact, currently, 77,000 people have signed the petition, and it's just been absolutely amazing to see the amount of kickback that this has caused, and the community sort of coming back and saying, look, this is really bad, we don't want this to happen, especially when you look at the GTA 5 Steam page, which currently has the user reviews on recent as overwhelmingly negative, and overall it's now set to mixed. So this has really sort of spoken to Rockstar, and they've definitely noticed what's been going on from this whole backlash about single-player mods. And of course, the community have spoken in another way, which I thought was absolutely amazing. The amount of mods people were making that were against Take-Two. There was a bit of irony in this one, because people were angry at Take-Two for getting rid of mods. At the same time, they were still able to make the mods and put them in the game and put them up for download for other people to download and put them in their games. So there was a bit of irony in that there were mods to protest the fact that there were supposedly no modding anymore. But plenty of people, there were like taxi ads put onto these taxis that were supposed to like say save Open4. There was an Open4 blimp, make modding great again. There was toilet paper with T2 Interactive on the toilet paper. There were shirts with crossed out Take-Two Interactive logos, hashtag save Open4, all this stuff going on, including a map that had a thumbs down with the Take-Two logo. There was just so much backlash from the community. Again, this last one, the People versus Take-Two, massive billboards that had a whole story going on with basically everything and all these people just protesting the whole thing. Well, Rockstar have noticed, and they have noticed in a very fantastic way because they have actually talked to Take-Two in forgetting about going after single-player modders and will be attempting to reverse the decision to close Open4. Rockstar is saying that they are now in contact with the Open4's developer and they are intending to resolve the issue. Obviously, there were some issues. There's still a lot of people saying, and Rockstar was saying this and Take-Two is saying this, that Open4 did in some way serve as a development tool for modders for GTA Online. I'm still not entirely sold on this story, even after all of this has come out, even though it looks like they're backtracking and we do now have Open4 again. It now works. There is an update, I'll show you that in a second. But it's still a thing to me that I don't really understand how it can work, because I've heard from loads of other sources about how the tweaked files don't really work in online mode. So I'm not entirely sure what Open4's role was in getting all these mods and stuff in GTA Online. However, it seems to me that they are now going to be working with Rockstar, and hopefully they're now going to work together with the mod creators, which is what they should have done in the first place. And hopefully we'll also get rid of all the hackers in online at the same time. If they manage to work together, and they can sort of like stop hackers from utilizing Open4 in any way that they were in the past. Take-Two have also sent some cease and desists to some trainers, notably Menus mod for online, which apparently is not related to single player Menus mod still available, and a bunch of other trainers as well, which were premium trainers that the makers actually charged for, which I just think, I didn't even know this world existed, so pardon my ignorance on this whole thing, but that is definitely something that I would totally be against, and I'm totally for Take-Two actually sending them cease and desist. So now that Open4 is now being put back online, I'm still a bit angry that this whole thing happened, and it's still a bit of a shame, but I still kind of understand where they're coming from, because they are just trying to save the whole GTA Online thing from hackers, even though they're definitely nowhere near done yet. So, as you can see right here, I am in the latest version of Open4. You can see that the update is the 23rd of June 2017. It's a brand new update, so for those of you that had the one that came up with the thing that says uninstall now, uninstall later, hit later, load it up, it will then update, and it will bring you to this version. And I've just noticed in the About section, it does say, special thanks to Rockstar Games. I'm not sure if that was in the older ones, but it's definitely there. I thought that was a nice touch. And there it is, all working. We can go into all the mods files and everything. all the RPFs. It works exactly the same as it ever did, and so GTA modding is now back on track to where it was a week ago. We now have Script Hook 5 working, it's all updated, so that means that people can now get on the latest gun running DLC update and get full modding working. In fact, take a look at this. Here I am in the latest version of GTA 5 on single player with all the brand new gun running vehicles. As you can see, menus mod still works. And also, in fact, this is quite interesting. Let's see if we can do this. We might even be able to use V-Stancer. Yes, we can. And get some nice camber on that front. I know you guys have been looking forward to this. Or probably not, because you guys are annoyed by me stancing absolutely everything. But, get a load of this. We can even get our stanced half track. Everything is working as it should. I don't think these rear ones are going to camber. Oh, the bottom bit's camber. Oh, the track's move. That's weird. That's very weird. Wow, the tracks actually stretch and move. That's kind of strange. Okay, well, there we go. We have a cambered half track. All of this stuff now working in the latest update. All mods working as they should. We are back to normality, guys. It now seems that now that we had all this huge fuss about everything, and now it's all back to normal, it makes it feel like it was a bit silly. But at the same time, I don't think this would have happened if it wasn't for the community coming back to Rockstar and saying, look, this isn't right. We still want our single-player mods to work. If people just sort of went, oh, okay, and were quiet about it, I think that maybe right now Open4 would still be banned and would still be unavailable to download. But of course, now everything is working. I'm going to put a link in the description so you can go and download the latest version of Open4 and the latest version of Script Hook so you can get your brand new, freshly updated GTA 5 version with mods all working so you can have all this fun that I'm having right now. So that means that there will be some videos coming up very shortly about all the latest cars from the gun running DLC. Again, still playing in single player no matter how much of this, even though Take-Two have come back again and, well, they've sort of gone back on what they've done. I'm still not a fan of what they've done, and actually, even though I'm a huge fan of Rockstar's, especially the game, this is a beautiful game. This is one of my favourite games of all time. Of course, I love Rockstar. All the other previous, just the GTA franchise in general is my favourite gaming franchise, so it's very hard to be completely angry at them. But at the same time, I'm still not a fan of online mode. I'm still going to be playing single player mode. I'm still going to be hacking these cars into single player mode because I am not going to be buying them with real money, because I still think that the whole system is completely unfair and I'm not going to buy into it. So in that sense, my views on online still stand. But for now, I'm going to take some of the anger away from these companies and just enjoy their games for what they are. I don't know what's going to happen with the Steam updates because, well, I think the damage might be done there, because it's going to take a hell of a lot of people to now realise that everything's back to normal and forgive them enough to change their reviews. So we'll have to see in the future what happens to the review rating, but for now, it's still reflecting quite badly on Rockstar. Hopefully, this will be the end of all the pain of single-player mods and we won't have any of this debacle coming up in the future and we can quickly forget about it and move on. One last thing, I'm not entirely sure what this means for the Liberty City map mod that the Open4 guys were doing. It might possibly mean that that thing is now off the cards, as it's sort of in some way to do with Rockstar's intellectual property, even though they weren't sending the map out. I don't entirely know what's going to happen with that one. I probably won't do an update video on that. So if it does come out, whoa, what just happened with that car over there? If it does come out, I'm sure I'll do a video on it. If not, it's just going to have to be one of those things that are going to have to be put in the history books. But there we go, guys. That is it. Now let's just resume normal programming. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.